Forspoken is an upcoming action RPG that I admittedly know little about. It's definitely had a lot of hype at gaming events over the last year, so I'm well aware of its impending release, but as far as what it's about, what to expect and all of that, well, I simply haven't looked into it. So the demo drop during the 2022 Game Awards ceremony was the perfect opportunity to download and check out Forspoken to see what it's all about. My Twitch chat room often devolves into anime discussion because I was once told the easiest way to get a Twitch chat to preoccupy itself is to sometimes just bring up the subject and let them handle it from there. I promise this is going somewhere. Now, sometimes I only ever have to say the word anime just to get the conversation going. It's that easy and effective. Hours and hours of heated debate and serious periods fly on by the subject, none of which are ever really led by me because I honestly don't know much at all about anime. But I am becoming more educated as time goes on because of this tactic. So the subject of the isekai has definitely been introduced into my vocabulary, a genre that involves the central protagonist of any story being transported to another universe altogether and tasked with just survival. Now, recently a friend of mine misheard the word and asked,
"What the fuck is an isekai?"
So now I just call him that. I only tell this story because Forspoken seems like it's an easy Kyle in plot, though I'm hesitant to look into it further out of fear of spoiling the game's full release or setting an expectation that can't be met. But it seems like it's gonna be an easy Kyle about a girl who sounds a lot like me.
Reasonably? Kiss my ass.
Who gets transported from modern-day New York City to some kind of variation on a magical Arthurian-esque universe, replete with witches and magic, and boy, that magic. Throughout the Forspoken demo, you're wielding what appears to be some very powerful magic, both ranged and melee, with modifiers and buffs available to you through unique customization options in the form of cloaks, amulets, and hilariously enough, your fingernails. Yeah, getting your nails did is a part of Forspoken, and I'm totally here for it. Combat is a little fast and loose, which feels simultaneously enjoyable and frustrating. The over-the-shoulder camera angle can often lead to poor aiming, and the lock-on mechanic doesn't feel like it sticks half the time, but your ability to parkour and stay extremely and fluidly mobile during combat almost makes up for it, and gives the game a hack-and-slash, button-mashing charisma that I actually found myself enjoying. I also have a bias for games that actually let me be a spellcasting witch. If that is in fact what's going on in Forspoken, I'm already sold. Enemy types seem limited, but it's a demo, so I can forgive what I'd assume is an otherwise small slice of a much larger world. The world in Forspoken is super beautiful. In fact, my capture card can't do it justice. It's just amazing to look at. I also liked how open and sprawling everything felt, and that you could seemingly go wherever you wanted, especially with that fast sprint. That's a lot of fun. And like in a game like Elden Ring, in Forspoken, you can come across any number or caliber of enemy. I actually ended up fighting something later on with a lot of strength and a giant Souls-esque health bar to match, which suggests a lot of similarities between Forspoken and Elden Ring or something like Breath of the Wild. I like that, if that's so. That isn't to say this game is going to be a Souls-like. In fact, I think it's going to be far from it. It feels much more like some kind of hack and slash or something that's just generally fast-moving, you know? One negative aspect of the Forspoken demo for me were elements of the UI. This fisheye CRT-looking menu stuff is really hard to look at, and the fonts kind of look bad to me. I'd probably go with something much more sleek and simple, though at the very least, just get rid of the fisheye thing, you know? Someone thought that maybe it was to give this implied illusion that you're looking into a crystal ball, and thematically that's pretty cool, but it's still just kind of bad looking. I don't really like it. There's also a lot of needless back and forth dialogue between the main character and what I assume is some kind of bracelet that she has on, and that's pretty standard fare for an RPG, but it's still kind of annoying, and I'd like there to be less of it, or at least an option to maybe turn it off. I don't know. Don't get me wrong, she sounds like me, and I'll just listen to that all day because I could listen to myself talk all day, clearly. But it needs something a little more interesting. Maybe I just wasn't liking the other voice that I was hearing. I don't know. That was something in Ghostwire Tokyo that I found incredibly annoying. The idle back and forth chatter between the character and some other sentient thing. So I hope that it's not too overbearing in Forspoken. Otherwise, music and overall feel were pretty solid. I don't know the story yet, nor do I really want to until Forspoken is released, but the demo gave me enough of a taste to put the upcoming game on my radar when it otherwise wasn't there at all. So all in all, I'm looking forward to seeing what it brings to the table. Forspoken will be available on PlayStation 5 and PC on release. I've got links below in the description if you're interested in pre-ordering. I'm trying to get a little better at getting some of these videos churned out with like previews and just opinions on stuff that I've recently played, so hopefully these are enjoyed. Be sure to hit the subscribe button or the bell or whatever the hell people say to get you to follow the channel, and check out some of my other social media stuff on Twitch and TikTok and all that. Anyway, thank you for watching.